So, Nikki, what do you know about Srimad Bhagavad Gita? You have any idea?
Uh, I haven't read it before. I don't know anything like exactly about Gita, but what I have heard is that Gita has all the answers that we need for every problem that we face in our life. So it is a lesson book for life, like life manual kind, how to lead life.
Yeah, great. That is true. Very much true. So,
Okay.
that is the true. So, how? No, I had a question before I was entering into the Bhagavad Gita. How the answer is? So, the answer is Srimad Bhagavad Gita is considered to be the most supreme knowledge for the humans. So, why it
Mm-hmm.
is considered to be the most supreme knowledge? Because it has been said by the Supreme God Himself. If you
Okay.
take any bhajan, if you take any other Vedas, or if you take any Chalisas, all those are written by the great devotees of the Supreme Lord.
Okay.
Those have been said or written by the great sages or the great devotees. But Bhagavad Gita is the only, no, only we can say subject or any spiritual thing which is being told by the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna ji himself. So
Okay.
that is why it is considered to be the supreme of all the supreme Vedas, all the supreme scriptures. That is the
Okay.
reason all the shlokas of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is considered to be the Mahamantras. These are said as Mahamantras and it is full of positive vibes, for positive energy. If we chant the shlokas, what happens when we chant? We are taking out from our mouth positive words, positive vibes. So, what we do, we are taking out, and where it goes? It goes in the universe. So it is a saying, right? Whatever you give to the universe will send you back the same. So when you are chanting, you are sending positive words, positive vibes, positive energy to the universe. So in
Okay.
return, universe is sending you the same. So that
Okay.
is why Bhagavad Gita shlokas are supposed to be chanted loudly, because it is said that even any living being, if he hears the shlokas, get
Mm-hmm.
moksha. Their all sins are waived off. So that is the importance of chanting the shlokas, listening the
Okay.
shlokas, understanding the shlokas. So the definition given by you is perfect. That all the questions, whatever we have, like no, why we have this problem, why only I am facing the problem,
Mm-hmm.
all these questions answers are being said in this Srimad Bhagavad Gita by the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna ji himself. So he
Okay.
has no, he has guided, he has given all the answers how you have to be, what should be your goal, how
Mm-hmm.
you should behave, what should be your motive in your life. Everything
Okay.
has been said very in very good way. If we go in
Mm-hmm.
the depth, even though this Srimad Bhagavad Gita is considered to be the 5000 plus years old, but still
Mm-hmm.
now we can correlate everything now also in the current situation where it has been said the 21st century AI world with full technology. Still, we can open the book, we can read, and we can get benefited by it. These are said the
Okay.
magical words. So this magical words, when does the magic is seen? Magic can be seen only if you chant the shlokas. The more you
Okay.
chant the shlokas, the more you will see the magic, but gradually. Some
Okay.
people say that okay, I have chanted for 1 month, there is no magic. How can you expect a magic in 1 month? It has to be in years. There is no public holiday, there is no Sunday, there is no break for chanting the shlokas. It has to be daily, continuously, without any fail. You have to
Okay.
chant the shlokas to see the magic. If you want to feel the magic, if you want to feel Supreme Lord, if you want
Mm-hmm.
to really feel that okay, there is God. In this
Mm-hmm.
universe, there is a God, there is a supreme power which helps human beings, then one has to chant Srimad Bhagavad Gita shlokas, any shlokas. It is not
Okay.
compulsory that you have to chant only this shloka or that shloka. Any shloka you can chant, because all shlokas are maha mantras. They are very nice. It's no, it is like a magic. I can feel, because I am doing from many years. So I can
Okay.
feel, yeah, the no shlokas have some magic. There is a
Uh-huh.
supreme power. There is no, it is, there are positive vibes in all these words. So this is what the explanation of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So there are 700 shlokas in Srimad Bhagavad Gita,
Okay.
which are being divided in 18 chapters. So
Okay.
this is called as science of law, science of knowledge. Srimad
Okay.
Bhagavad Gita is called science of knowledge. So when you get the knowledge, obviously
Mhm.
you will act accordingly. You know, you get
Yeah.
the knowledge of how to pray, you get the knowledge of what to pray, you get the knowledge of know what should be your goal, you get the knowledge of why you have this life and why your friend or your cousin or your sibling has that life. So
Uh-huh.
all these questions answer is there in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So
Okay.
so gradually we will come across everything, like
Uh-huh.
why we have this life, why we are born in this situation. Everything is being explained very beautifully. And you know, it looks like no Shri Bhagwan ji has make himself situated in the question side also and answer side also.
Okay.
He himself has asked the question in a very simple way, and he himself has answered in a very good way. So everything
Mm-hmm.
is very beautifully written in this, explained in this. So I hope you will enjoy this part.
Okay. Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, it is said that Bhagavad Gita has answers for all the problems. But what if somebody is leading a comfortable life and doesn't have any problem as such? So what
So for
will
that
they
also
be?
there is a answer. For that also
Okay.
there is a answer, that what you have to do when you have a very comfortable life, no problems. So what your goal should be? What are you supposed to do? So for that also Shri Bhagwan ji has said the answer for that. Good question.
Okay.
So it will come gradually. The answer for that is in chapter 9. The
Okay.
ending of the chapter 9 has that question plus answer as well.
Okay.
So that type of person, what has to he has to do, he or she has to do, and what is supposed to be the goal. ठीक है Nikki. So today we are starting chapter 2. So chapter 2 is also considered as the most important chapter, as from here only Shri Krishna Bhagwan ji started saying the shlokas. Before that, Arjun was expressing that he doesn't want to fight. He was expressing in complete chapter 1. So now chapter 2, few shlokas by Sanjay, then Shri Krishna Bhagwan ji, then Arjun, then again Krishna Bhagwan ji. Okay, so you
Okay.
will come across everything as we proceed, as we go further. So now I will chant in small small words. You need to repeat after me. So why I am
Okay.
chanting in small words? Because all the shlokas are in Sanskrit. So we
Uh,
generally we are not used to talk in Sanskrit, right? So Sanskrit is, it will be like a tongue twister. The shlokas
mm-hmm.
will be like a tongue twister, but nothing to be scared. With regular practice and patience, you will, you will get used to chant these shlokas, because now it will be like you are learning a new language. Sanskrit is
Mm-hmm.
a language. So all the
Uh,
shlokas are written in Sanskrit. So I will tell in small small words so that it is easy to pronounce. With regular practice, you can chant the complete shloka together. Okay?
yeah.
चलो we will start chapter 2 shloka 1 Sanjay उवाच
Sanjay Vacha
तं तथा
Tam Tata
कृपयाविष्ट
Kripaya Vishta.
मशुपूर्णा
Sorry.
मश्रुपूर्णा
Mashru Purna
कुलेक्षणं
Ulekshanam
विषीदन्त
Vishidanta
मिदं वाक्य
idam vakya
मुवाच
vacha
मधुसूदनः.
madhusudanah
Very good. Now shloka 2. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan vacha
Kutasva
udatsva
Kashamalamidam
kashamalamidam
Vishme
vishme
Samupastitam
samupasthitam
Anarya
narya
Jushtamasvargya
chustamasvargya
Makirti
matiti
Karamarjuna.
paramarjuna.
Now shloka 3. So shloka 3 is one of the important shlokas. It can be chanted when someone is in depression. Okay,
Okay.
so you can all make a note. So as and when the important shlokas will come, I'll tell you, and on the topic also. So as there are 700 shlokas, so great sages have selected few shlokas, and they know under which under which situation you need to chant. So like that it has been segregated. So this shloka is for depression. Klebyam ma.
Sorry.
Repeat. Klebyam ma.
Yapyamma
स्मगमः पार्थ
smagama partha
नैतत्त्वय्यु
netatvayu
पपद्यते
papadyate
शूद्रम्
shudram
हृदयदौर्बल्यम्
hridaya daurbalyam
त्यक्त्वो
yatvo
तिष्ठ
nishta
परन्तप.
parantapa.
Thank you. Now we will do the meaning part. So shloka 1. Sanjay Uvacha. So Sanjay is the minister for blind king Dhritarashtra. Uvacha means said in Sanskrit. So in Sanskrit, Uvacha means, and in English we will say said. So here now Sanjay is saying to the blind king Dhritarashtra, they are sitting in the palace, and Sanjay has got a boon that he can see and listen what is going on in Kurukshetra, the battlefield where the Mahabharat war is about to start. So the blind king Dhritarashtra has asked him that I want to know what is going on in the battlefield Kurukshetra. So on that Sanjay is saying, so that question was the first shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 1 shloka 1. But here now Sanjay is saying, so Sanjay Vache, Sanjay has said, Tam to him, that is Arjun, Tata thus, Kripaya with pity, Avishtham overwhelmed, Ashru Purana full of tears, Akula distressed, Ikshanam eyes, Vishidam tam grief stricken, Idam these, Vakyam words, Uvacha said, Madhusudana. Madhusudana is another name for Sri Krishna ji. Meaning is slayer of the Madhu demon. So here Arjuna, Sanjay has said to blind king, O King Dhritarashtra, after Arjun collapsed into his chariot, overwhelmed with grief and sufferings on the situation of going to war with his own relatives, Sri Krishna ji looked at Arjun with pitiful state and spoke the following words. So before this, Arjun was totally collapsed and he was overwhelmed with grief that he doesn't want to fight. He has totally given up and he just sank on his chariot by leaving his bow and arrows. So here in this verse, Sri Krishna ji is addressed as Madhusudan. He had slayed the demon Madhu and hence got the name Madhusudan or the slayer of the Madhu demon. Here he is about to slay the demon of doubt. And now what Sri Krishna ji is going to do? He is going to kill all the doubts of Arjun. So that is why Sanjay has used the word Madhusudan. Because Madhusudan Sri Krishna ji has got the name by killing the demon named Madhu. So here he is about to slay the demon of doubt that has arisen in Arjun's mind and is preventing him from discharging his duty. Arjun was a warrior. It was his duty to fight. We are not warriors. We are not warriors. But Arjun was a warrior. So what is the duty of a warrior? To fight. To fight for good. Arjun was about to fight for good. But he got a feeling, he got sentiments that no, they are my cousins, my relatives, I don't want to fight. So he had this doubt that why should I kill my own relatives and friends for just for the sake of the dynasty, just for the sake of becoming the king, just for the sake of gaining the wealth. He said, I don't want. He had that doubt. So that doubt will be cleared by the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna ji himself. Okay, so this is what been conveyed in Shloka 1, chapter 2. Nalini ma'am, please explain.
So here, Arjuna is collapsed with a deep grief and sadness, and so now, um, Sanjaya is saying to the blind king that he is addressing Krishna as Madhusudan because Madhusudan means Krishna have killed the demon Madhu, and here Krishna is going to slay all the doubts which is arriving from the Arjun's mind. So Sanjaya have called Krishna as Madhusudan, and he is now going to clear all the doubts of Arjun and then make him to do his responsibility.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now we will go to Shloka 2. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. That means Shri Krishna ji has said, Kuta, where from, Tava to you, Kashamalam delusion, Idam this, Vishme, in this hour of peril, Samupastita arose, Anarya, not a noble person, Jushtam practice, Ashavargyam, which does not lead to the higher abodes, Akritikaram, leading to discharge, Arjun, Arjun. So here now Supreme Lord has said, my dear Arjun, from where has this delusion entered you at this critical time? Why this is critical time? Because already both the team has blown their conch shell that we are ready to fight. After that, Arjun has requested Sri Krishna ji to take the chariot in middle of both the armies because he want to see who all have come down to fight. So that is why Sri Krishna ji is mentioning that at this critical time, because both the team is ready to fight. They are just waiting Arjun and Sri Krishna ji to go back to their place and stand, and they can start the war. Already the signals have been given. They are all stopped because of Sri Krishna ji and Arjuna are standing and they are talking. So that is why Supreme Lord is saying at this critical time. It is not befitting to an honorable person like you. So Arjun was a honorable person. He was not a normal or a ordinary person. He was a great warrior, great of the greatest warrior. That is why Supreme Lord is saying you are a very honorable person. This confusion of yours is only going to harm your pleasantness and reputation. Obviously, because Arjun has a reputation, he has his name. He because he was a great warrior, he had a name, he had a goodwill. So Sri Krishna ji is saying this confusion will spoil your reputation, will spoil your pleasantness. So now finally Sri Krishna ji has spoke to Arjun and now he is going to help Arjun. So in chapter 1 we saw that Arjun was trying to seek help from Sri Krishna ji. After Arjun totally collapsed. So Supreme Lord was waiting for Arjun to express out completely. When he expressed out completely, when he was done, then Supreme Lord has started to speak. to Arjun and he will help out Arjun. So we all have to consider that we are Arjun. You know? We all have to consider that we are Arjun. And Supreme Lord is addressing us. Always remember in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, you have anyone who is reading Srimad Bhagavad Gita or understanding, you are the Arjun. So Supreme Lord is addressing you. So we have confusion, we have doubts. So our doubts, our confusions will be cleared by Supreme Lord. Okay, Nikki, your turn. Please explain.
Can I explain from next class because it is my very first time, so it will take time for me to like.
It's totally fine. I'll
Yeah.
help you. You start.
Okay.
Nothing to worry. I'm there. You just tell whatever you remember. Don't look to the book.
Okay.
Huh. See, if you look to the book, you will get confused. You just try to remember what I said and you just speak out. Here, everybody is learning, nobody is pro.
Yeah. Like in first chapter, Arjun was seeking for help, and now he was feeling helpless. So now, like Lord Krishna came to help him. So God was trying to know and figure out what Arjuna is exactly feeling and guide him accordingly.
Yeah,
Like,
great. Good. And here Sri Krishna ji is addressing Arjun that you are a very honorable person, you have a reputation, you have a pleasantness, and at this critical time you got doubts that will spoil your pleasantness, spoil your reputation, and it doesn't suit you. And this is what has been conveyed in Shloka 2. Thank you so much. Now we will go to Shloka 3, chapter 2. So this shloka was also said by Supreme Lord. Klebium, unmanliness, masma, do not, gamaha, yield to, partha, partha is another name for Arjun. The meaning is the son of Pritha, na, not, etat, this, tvai, to you, upadyate, wafting or not, worthy, Shudram pity, Hridaya heart, Dorbalyam weakness, Tyaktva giving up, Utishtita arise, Paramatapa conqueror of enemies. So Parantapa is another name for Arjun. The meaning is conqueror of enemies. So Arjun have never failed and he was always a successor. He always win all the wars. That is why Sri Krishna ji is calling Arjun as Parantapa. So here Sri Krishna ji is saying, O Partha, do not give into the cowardliness. It doesn't suit you well. Give up such pity weakness of your heart and arise. Arise in the sense get up. He is sitting in his chariot. He is sad, he is sitting in his chariot. So successfully trading the path of enlightenment requires high spirit and morale. One needs to be optimistic, enthusiastic, and energetic to overcome the negativities of the material mind, such as sloth, the rut of habit, ignorance, and attachment. Sri Krishna ji is a skillful teacher, and thus, having reprimanded Arjun, he now enhances Arjun's internal strength to tackle the situation by encouraging him. And so Sri Krishna ji is very smart. He know how to handle the situations. So now he is making Arjun realize what is his strength, what is his main, what is his energy, where Arjun is pro. Arjun was a great warrior. So Sri Krishna ji is telling that, you are the conqueror of enemies. You and this cowardliness doesn't suit you. And the weakness, where Arjun is having weakness. Does he having weakness through body? No, he was very powerful, very, we should say nowadays, well maintained. So he was not weak by the body, he was weak by heart. Our heart carries all the sentiments, all the emotions. So Arjun got weak by heart because he got sentimental. His emotions were overrun that he doesn't want to kill his relatives and friends. So that is what Sri Krishna ji is making him realize that what you are actually Arjun, and don't carried away by the material world, material feelings, material emotions. So now Arjun is ignoring that he is a warrior and he has to fight for good. Right? Arjun is a warrior. We are not warriors. We are not supposed to go and fight in the what do you say, borders. But now though there is no war for the Russia and Ukraine war is still going on. So we are not supposed to go there and fight. We are not warriors. But Arjun was a warrior. He was supposed to fight for the good. The bad has overcome the good. That is why the Mahabharat war was about to start. So bad is what? Adharma. And good is what? Dharma. So adharma has started overruling the dharma. That is the reason Mahabharat was about to start. Right? In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, what Sri Krishna ji has said, that whenever on this earth, when adharma is dominating dharma, I will come on this earth in any form and I will balance it. So that is the reason Sri Krishna ji has come on this earth to balance, and for that balancing this Mahabharat war was about to start. So basically in shloka 3, what we learn? We learn that we should not be carried away by the emotions or the sentiments. We should have to be practical. We need to think from our mind. What is good, we have to do it. Even though no, our heart doesn't want to, if any relations come across and we don't want to. So that shouldn't be there. What is our primary duty? We need to do that. And what is dharma? What is swadharma? What is good? All has to be done. Right? We should not be carried away by our heart, by the material happiness or material sentiments and material emotions. Fine? So, what is material in emotion, sentiments? That is the relationships we have in our life. All the relationships in our life are said to be the material thing according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Okay? Now, Nalli ma'am, please explain.
Here, Krishna is asking Arjuna that from where have you got this cowardliness that like he Arjuna is has the power to fight. He's a warrior and he's the winner of enemies. So to you, how have you got this kind of cowardliness? And this is not by his physical weakness. It is in his heart that he is feeling that he don't want to fight and he's finding weak because of these attachment towards the people around. So Krishna says that to overcome the good, and it is the responsibility of Arjuna to fight. So he has to leave this weakness of heart and check what is good, and he has to go ahead and fight.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, today we did chapter 2, shloka 1, 2, and 3.